Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me. I just came from a Derby Gala for the high school, and they were, we raised $321,000 for the school. I definitely gave back to the school, and it was an amazing time. That's the wrong screen. This is the right screen. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. I got this hat on the top of the Burj Khalifa. You can buy this hat on the top of the Burj Khalifa. That's where I bought it. I went all the way to the top, baby. In an exclusive gift shop, you can only enter if you pay an exclusive VIP tour. Like, you couldn't get this hat downstairs. I had to buy it in the VIP section. The Burj Khalifa hat, man, represents that I made it to the top, baby, whenever I wear this hat. All the way to the top, baby. All the way to the top. Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful Saturday night. Hope you're having a good time. This is lemon. This is lime water. It tastes great. God bless everybody here on the live. Let's see what's happening to Bitcoin. Don't expect a lot on a Saturday night, but we're going to see what happened to the candle close. We talked about this flag. So far, we're staying inside. So far, we kind of broke out of the diamond. We're hugging the 15-minute 200 moving average. Everything is going to plan. So let's talk about it. Let's break down our bigger picture. The bot there, it's still in profit above that entry, and we want to see if we can get back to 114.7. That's all we need to do to win, is get to 114.7. That's a pretty simple task, if you ask me. Zcash looked like it could bounce, stayed inside this flag above the 200. That thing could get busy. If anything bumps, I'd be watching Zcash. Let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening on that daily close. So Bitcoin still inside this tight flag as we gave you this morning. If you're still picking up what I'm putting down, if you're watching me this morning, right? I visited Burj Khalifa yesterday. That's so cool, man. Pay money to pay money. Sounds like Dubai. I know, right? I got a wife and 4 young kids and not much money. What do? You got to grind, brother. And pray to God and submit to God and find a way to keep pushing. And you got to get smarter than everybody else. You got to fill yourself with more knowledge than they have. While they're out partying, you have to gain knowledge. Okay? Then you have to gain an edge, and then people will pay you for the edge in which you've gained. All right? I just gave you the secrets to the world, my friend. I just gave you the secrets to the world. Rave Song Records will tell you that's it. I handed you the keys to the city, so to speak. So let's talk about the monthly candle. It stayed above the $108,300 level. And that's beautiful. And now it's possibly making another monthly support at 109.5. This could be monthly support. I mean, we could end up making a huge monthly candle back to the upside. It would make sense because this would end up being the flag. And to fill the flag, you'd have to get a pump all the way back up here. Somewhere to at least 112, 114,000. So I see a move back up to 114,000 likely. But, I want it confirmed. I don't want to just say stuff out my face, right? So right off the bat, the monthly looks okay. The weekly did form a tweezer bottom right there at 108,006. It is above it. I don't love the tweezer top there, and it's not amazing. And it will close tomorrow. Pretty bearish. That'll be a bearish close. I don't see how the next candle wouldn't dump in our face. And that's going to be a big deal, actually. If the next candle opens and doesn't open green, we could be in some trouble. The bulls, at least, not the bears. The bears will get paid. And they'll be celebrating. Look, I still see this kind of like a bearish retest of that bigger trend. Mixed signals here. And could this be a flag that breaks out? I still see the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. We defied it with this little green move here. Let's take a look at what happened on the daily today and see where we ended. Well, now we ended... Two great things happened, right? We closed green. And we closed above the daily 200 moving average. Let's talk about these two things right now. Let's take a look. So we opened at 109,608 and 1 penny. That was our open last night at 8 p.m., right? The high was 110,564. That's it. I sold that, The low was 109,394, and the candle closed at 110,098 cents. So we did go up about $490 on the day. Yeah, $490 day for Bitcoin. But we ended with this wick down, which to me isn't the best sign. And I'd say shoulder ahead, and that could be making a right shoulder. So right now we are at a very the one thing that had to happen happened today. We closed above the 200 moving average, but man, we are at the precipice of a possible massive dump. And if that does dump, that's not a light sentence. That takes you down to 101,000. You know, even $101,000 even. So we could still see a massive dump here. I'm not out the water yet. You get 2 or 3 more candles, you start to consolidate. We can shrug off this head and shoulder. That will change. Get it? Shrug off the head. I keep saying that. It's funny, but it's what we got to do. All right, Sammy the comedian. I'm trying new things. Looking good, Sam. We need some Michael Saylor right now. I know, right? The bear will rise before it attacks. I don't know. Smooth hacking. Thank you. The man's on point. He's Sam Price. God bless you, brother. Possible hammer. I've been around the world, folks. Around the world. I traveled the world, man. I can actually say that now. I traveled around the world, man. I'm going to Lisbon. And just what? And I'll be in Lisbon in 13 days. Catch me in Lisbon in 13 quick nights. I'll be in Portugal. I'm hanging out in Portugal. What? You don't say Portugal? Oh, it's Portugal. Portuguese. Hey, Portuguese. Ole. So can the daily close above the 200 moving average? That is the question. And we zoom in to find out, right? And so here we stand with this shoulder, head, right shoulder, still sitting here. Nothing has changed. This is a beautiful ascending triangle with a massive move right to the 200 moving average on the 4-hour, would coincide with this exact area. 114K seems to be calling our name for Bitcoin. We'll be pumping on Sunday. And it almost says we're going to pump tomorrow. It would be awesome if we pump tomorrow. Get the bulls kind of started in the right direction here. Back to the upside. Oh, let me get the jacuzzi on. I'm going to take a late night jacuzzi. Who wants to come over for a jacuzzi late night? You know what I mean? Hang out, cigars, we'll kick it. You can bring your wife. You know what I mean? My wife will be there. We can hang out. Couples night, you know? Just talk about the weather. So, yeah. Lifers, man. We should do it. I can't wait till I have, I want to buy a place where, is it my home, but has all the facilities? So I can just invite people over, but they don't have to know where I live, and we can all hang. You know what I mean? Just to, create that vibe. 62 degrees tonight here in Florida, which is cold for us Floridians. I'll tell you that. And today was an amazing day. I did the medieval day with the kids. I took them to that medieval fair. I did that whole thing. We saw all sorts of stuff. We didn't get to see the jousting, though. We should have stayed for that, but the baby was tough. It was, it was hot. It was a nice day, though. Not too hot compared to most. It was a nice day. Shout out to Shano. We love you, Sean. And never stress, Sean. We love you, man. Thank you for everything you've done. Nobody's a robot, brother. I love you, man. You've been consistent 99.999999999% of the time. And that's what matters. I love you. So we're looking for this 1-hour flag to break out. It got the bearish div, but didn't get the dump. It actually made a bit of a double bottom. Look at that. That's a double bottom there in a way. See that? And so we're just, we want to make sure the 15-minute doesn't the same exact thing I taught you earlier today. Same thing. And we can almost extend that, right? Well, you don't even need that. We'll redo it here. But you're going to watch your 15-minute time frame. And I'm still in a long right now, just so you know. No reason to leave the long just yet. It is high risk because it's the weekend. The weekends kind of stink. You're never going to get the price action you truly desire on the weekend. It's always going to be iffy. Trust me. Doesn't mean you can't get a big pump. It happens, but it's just, the predictions in my lifetime are rarer. Small, the weekend's tough. But anyway, we're going to watch this flag on the 1-hour, which is likely to pump up to the 200 and hit resistance there at 111.8, and then we'll go from there. And you don't want to see the 15-minute drastically lose the 200. If we lose the 200 all day, we stayed above it. If we lose it, we will jump and dump down to this 108.6 and then all the way back down here to about 106.5. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP for you and show you what happens to the liquidity on either side of the board here on Saturday night, just to kind of get you ready for the tomorrow morning. And it does suggest that the biggest red is lower at 106.5. It goes to that same area we just showed you, 106.750. So we could get a move down. They could go and grab that liquidity. Do not be surprised if you see 106.750 there. Okay. We don't drink. Shout out to God is Love, yeah. Getting into the 40s tonight in Texas. That's crazy. My goodness. Why does this sideways price action seem to want to drag out until the 9th or 10th of November? Or do we dump early and ignite on the 11th? You know, I'm kind of with you on that. It's funny. I've seen that same area as a key area of confluence for price action. 1 hour Bollinger Bands of the Bull getting tight. Big move tonight. I see something big brewing. We are getting very tight. I agree with you on that one. I think it could happen by 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, I mean, look at this here on the left side of the screen. If I go here and I hold shift, go to the plus sign and hold shift. You don't yet. I mean, it says really 7 hours, and I don't see how you don't have a huge move. So 10 hours at the very most, you're going to be so tight inside this flag, it's going to be ridiculous. And that's what happens to Bitcoin. Look, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps. It's getting tight for a movement. Bitcoin needs to pump to the upside. You know what I mean? This thing is getting ready for a massive move. It's getting ready. So I see it happening not too long from now. BTC. So, you know, and again, it could, I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. The odds are good that we're going to pump. But if we were to close 2 or 3 50-minute candles below this yellow line, you would have to suggest we dump down to 108.7 and then 108.2 and then all the way down to 106.450. Just a key level you want to pay attention to. So definitely some things to look forward to. And yeah. And I'm long inside this tight flag. Really not much else to pay attention to. And then you got Zcash, you got Zen, you got Bitcoin Cash. Get a few other coins that are likely going to pump with that move. And look, that's the bottom of the flag right there. That would be the perfect entry. Basically the bottom of the double bottom there. And it's high risk, high reward for sure. But I mean, man, 110 even right there. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking. You should get your own, you'll do your own sauce. This is good education and TA. But if it fits your education style, you like what you're seeing, I mean, man. But that looks good to me there for BTC. So I'm long, baby, long. And I'm long in a couple places. Yeah, that's what they said. I'm long, you know what I mean. I'm long in a couple places, like, a couple different exchanges. Right? I got the KKEX long going on. Right? And let me show you the long on KKEX. It's the same idea. I'm just trading. I got the long open on weeks as well. And we're just, I started here. It just extended. Same exact long. Nothing has changed. See? We're going up to 113.6, right to that resistance level. I think that's a smart place to take some targets. To take a target off the table there. And then we got the weeks going. We got weeks cooking here, the weeks futures as well, right? So, yes, we got it cooking on a Saturday night. And, scared money make no money, baby. Scared money don't make no money, bro. Maybe I didn't, yeah, there I am, yeah. Look, I'm up 8%, $100. We'll see where it goes. Same trade there on weeks, same idea. Entry now, stop loss below that wick there at like 108.5, and then take profit all the way up here at about, this one's 115.5, but that one, yeah, 114.2. Might be able to get 115.5 if we hang on. So a little bit of pump now for Bitcoin, back to 110,050, showing signs of life. And yeah. I'm just excited to see where we could go. I know there's always opportunity out here. And yeah, let me jump on into the chat now and see what you people are saying here in the chat. Sam, the Mortal Kombat rated trader. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Sean. You lose only if you do something like selling and then buying it. You're funny. Bulls, it's a bear market. Ooh. Bro, you got my hat. I know, right? Shout out to Cashmore Crypto 369. I love you, man. God bless you. I hope you're doing well, man. BOOKMAP matching with the TA you said. It's pretty both ways. I need a pump, baby. What a dream it would be finally. I know. Scare buddy, don't make out. Finally, lifer is long. You're funny. The real Don D. The suit is fresh, bro. Thank you. 4 hour looking juicy. Yeah, and I got the bow tie on today. I mean, and it's a real bow tie. Like, none of that fake clip-on stuff. Like, goes all the way around. You know what I mean? It's no joke, man. Figured the gray pocket square with the gray hat. There was a little gray in there. I wasn't fully confident in the square today. Could have spent a little more time. But, you know, Bitcoin getting the pump as we speak to 110,168. You can see that trade just went up. $176 billion. And yeah, it just, Bitcoin's getting tight, and it looks like it's going to pump tomorrow. Or maybe even into tonight. I could see some pumpage here for Bitcoin. I really could. It looks like we could get hot and heavy out here for BTC. So just, you know, that 1 hour looks interesting tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we pump tonight on the 1 hour time frame. But only time will tell, and nobody knows for sure. All right? All we can do is take probabilities based off what we know. Yeah. Looking like a real Southern gentleman, Sam. Yeah, I know, because I went to, you know, it was a gala based off of the Derby. So you had to look like you were going to the Kentucky Derby, right? It was a Derby themed gala. Everyone had their straw hats on and their Derby hats on. You know, a lot of fancy people down here in Florida. Man, I'm a dime a dozen out here, man. Everybody at that place was over. Someone donated over $100,000 to the school. We had a congressman give us a congressman connected to the school hooked us up with like an elite Washington D.C. tour from behind the scenes that he would give you, where you could like see, like, you know, go to the archives, you could go to the famous library, and then it went on 102 people bought it for $100,000 a piece. It was crazy. Like, that's, you know, going once for $80,000, $20,000. People were just like, I gave to the school. I'm not going to say how much I gave, but I did give money away, and it feels good to give money away, you know, especially in a big room where a lot of people, like people way richer than me, were giving money away. And I said to myself, like, if I hold on to every penny I ever have, I'm never going to get to billions. But if I am able to give, I will receive. And so I know an open hand receives more than a closed fist, man. And I gave. I'm not trying to say how much. It's not about that. But I just want to let you know that, like, when you have a chance to give, take advantage of it. Because that's your moment. Like, I don't go to events like that where people, you know, where you could openly give so fast. And there was a moment right there to give, and my mind said, you gave last year, you should give a little more this year. You're doing way better than you were last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, things have gone better for you. You've traveled the world. You've had a good life. Show God that you appreciate it by giving away. You know, and if you believe that you're not getting any more, then you won't give because you'll hoard. But if you believe so much is coming to you and you live in abundance, then of course you can give, right? So by giving, you actually commit to the universe that you believe abundance is coming your way. By giving things away, you are saying to the universe, I will receive more. 100% more is coming my way. I don't even have to think about it. I'm going to commit so hard to the fact that it's coming, I can give. I was giving before I even had, and I continue to give to this day. And givers gain, I'll tell you that. Crypto Billy taught me the way. And the more you give, the more you get back, man. I'm telling you right now. All right? And again, the coolest thing about becoming successful in life is you can give more to things that you never could have before. You know, when I was working a night shift, when I was struggling paycheck to paycheck, when I had a credit card debt, I wasn't giving any money away to anybody. I wasn't able to help any cause that I thought, you know, and there were some causes that I would love to have helped, and I didn't have the money to do that. And now, you know, when you have abundance in your life, you're able to help others in a way you've never thought possible. So work hard, everybody, because when you work hard, you'll have more than you would ever need for your well-being, and you can give to others. All right? And that's the blessing God gives to you. And God will give you more than you need, and he'll see what you do with it. And God will see, do you squander it? Do you care about it? Are you grateful? Does it make you, you know, does your money make you pompous? Do you get worse because you got rich? Do you start treating people small because you think you're big and tough because you got all this money? Or do you become humbled by the money? Do you give it to people? Do you find causes Do you realize that you can't let the money control you? And by giving money away, you tell the universe, I'm not controlled by this. I don't have to flaunt my wealth in front of others. I can actually give it silently to good causes, right? Silently specifically, right? And I'm not trying to, I don't want to talk about, make this about me and giving. I want to talk about how giving helps every human being that gives. That's all I want to say. I want to make a broad statement about human beings that give. When human beings give, they raise their frequency. They believe that they're powerful and more is coming. And therefore, that belief creates the exact opportunity in which they seek, which makes them the opportunity, which makes abundance come back into their life. 100%, right? Someone saying Advantis is showing signs of an upside reversal. Let's take a look at Advantis. I see a bull flag on the 1 hour for Bitcoin. Looks like it's about to do some damage tonight or maybe into tomorrow morning. I'd be surprised if Bitcoin doesn't tank, but at the weekend, you never know. Advantis, look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder right there, man. I do see the inverted, but that's a shoulder, head, right shoulder below the 200 moving average. I'd be a little careful there. If Bitcoin pumps, though, everything's going to go nuts. So watch this flag for Advantis. If Bitcoin decides to go on a bit of a little pump, even if it's somewhat of a small pump to 114, 115, Advantis probably will get up there to the $92 level. And we could also take a nasty dump. We could lose the 15-minute 200, and we could cascade to the downside tonight in a way you've never thought possible. So just please be careful. It is a Saturday night with low volume. I must say that, and I hope you heed it. Have a great, safe night, lifers. God bless. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm jumping out of here for the night, everyone. I just wanted to do this quick update. I'll be back tomorrow morning to break it down for you. We did the monthly close last night. We're starting off November 1st, All Saints Day, and we're going to see where we end up. God bless everyone that showed up tonight in this impromptu live stream. I know it wasn't easy. You had to hit the notification bell and make it happen. So if you showed up, I'm just blessed, and I'm so grateful. Thank you to everyone that puts in the work and is always supportive of the channel and of your own dreams and goals. All right? I'm learning, Sam. I love you. That's all that matters, man. The fact that you're here tonight with me means you're really putting in the work. Everyone that's on the stream tonight, pat yourself on the back. You're a dedicated lifer. You're probably going to be the ones that make the most because you're the most dedicated. It is what it is. I don't want to exclude other people, but I got to talk about the facts. Hey, some people might be with their kids tonight, though. It's a busy night. Everyone, I love you. I thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. One day you, too, will be at the top of the Burj Khalifa buying this hat. Hey, maybe you don't like the hat. I don't know. But maybe but I'm telling you, going to the top of the Burj is an experience every human being should do. And if you can't watch my video where I did go to the top, it'll at least take you there. I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. I live streamed from the top for like a half an hour. It was amazing. Even took a pee there. Brought you into the bathroom. You didn't see anything. I made sure. But I'm just, not that you would want to see anything. I'm just... My whole point is I made it real. I took you through the whole thing, Almost every detail. Not every detail, but almost every detail. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow morning. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. And just keep pushing. Stay pocket squared up. Stay fresh. Even the ladies, get yourself a pocket square. You'll love it. I love you all. Have a great night. Be safe. I'll see you in the morning.